I'm trying to do a video here. It's like I'm in a war zone. Helicopters, right this moment, a news helicopter is going over my head. Maybe I'm on the evening news. I wish that were the case. I'm not on the evening news. I'm on YouTube. A few people will watch. The video that I was most proud of, and the video that I think did the most good of all the videos I put up here, was one called A Reply to Homosexuality, Evil and Satanic. Now this video just got featured. I was all excited, and then as soon as it got featured, suddenly, without warning or provocation, it no longer plays on YouTube. We just see a black screen, a little arrow going around and around. So being the dynamic professional person I am, with my overwhelming and winning gaze, I said to myself, I'll just redo that video. Even though it's got 45,000 views, I'll start over with one, because this is the time the video needs to be put up. That's why. But now I find that because of a computer that was stolen and some journals that were stolen, I do not have the original letter. So I can't do the video again. And now the video doesn't play, and this is the time that's most important for the video to play. It's a triple blasted. Blasted, blasted, blasted. That's the worst kind of blasted, you know. And I don't know what to do about it. I'm very frustrated. I want to do a video called Religion is Evil and Satanic, because that's how I perceive it to be today. It's not just religion that's evil and satanic. It's tied up all over the place. I mean, let's suppose you were young and you were trying to figure out your sexual orientation. You see, you have the orientation, and then you have to figure out, why me? Or how could this happen? They don't want to face it. As a talk show host and as an educator, I have learned that both of those professions are the same. The talk show host and the educator both instruct and educate. They challenge your thought. They make you think. I had a part in that. That video made a lot of people think. And then it gets featured. It could give me a lot of subscribers, and suddenly it will not play and it's gone. And I find that very frustrating. And I find it very frustrating that somebody stole the important things that I need, like journals, like computers. Let's go to a sidebar. Do not put your backup drive on the computer. See, I thought the only thing I had to worry about was a hard disk crash. It never dawned on my mind, as amazing as it is, that somebody would come into the house and steal the entire damn computer. But they did. So it's left me in a bit of a quandary. Why would I title this Religion is Evil and Satanic? Because I can figure it out, and that's what it is. Based and armed on a book written over 2,000 years ago, some of it maybe 5 or 10,000 years ago, as an evangelical friend of mine has told me, that St. Mark, when he was writing his Gospels, had to worry about a T-Rex leaping out from behind a rock and ripping his throat out, because dinosaurs were here when he was writing the Gospel. Boulder Dash. Science tells us there were no dinosaurs 2,000 years ago, and no apostle or writer of the Bible was ever eaten by a dinosaur. In all wars, if you go back and look at wars, the majority of them have been started over this issue of religion, where they have to kill. Kill the convert. Kill the heretic. It goes through Christianity, it goes through all of the other religions, from the time they were worshipping gods like Thor. How sad. Because that was not the reason that Christ came here. Gandhi had a saying, religion. The whole world would be Christian, but you Christians are so unlike your Christ. Suppose for a moment there is the same. Suppose for a moment, even my dear atheist friends, that there really was a devil, an evil power. Where would you find the evil power? More than likely in what God had left for us as a tangible proof of his existence. Even the story of how he came to earth and was massacred on a cross, and how he came back from the dead. History proves the most elite of Roman guards guarded his tomb, but somehow he came out, and the elite Roman guards fled. And the apostles who denied Christ, those apostles all died for the Christ that they had denied. Maybe that was proof that they had seen him rise from the dead, let alone the guards, the most elite of Roman guards, running in fear. And what did this Christ say to them when he came back from the dead? He said, I give you a new commandment. Love one another. Well, who's running the church? The Christ that said love one another? Or is it perhaps that other power that thinks they can win down here because they can't win up there? It's madness, friends. God is within you. Don't forget that. You didn't just pop out of nothing. There may be something eternal. We should give great consideration to that. And we should give great consideration to young people that are struggling with their sexual identity. I see it on the bus when kids say fag, fag, fag. If they said nigger, you know in a flash of a second they would be punished. There are discrimination laws and things, you know, but not for these kids. And I tell those kids on the bus, you can't even say bag on this bus, you little monsters. But it's not good enough. When I counsel these young kids, I know when I'm looking at them that here is a potential suicide. More times than I can count on my fingers that has happened. But you know, the statistics are all messed up. You know, they say he was walking along the highway with his backpack and suddenly he fell to the left and a car hit him doing 60 miles an hour. Why did he do that? Maybe because he didn't want to be who he was. Maybe because he was an outcast, cast out by his parents. Maybe he lived in fear that somebody would find out what he thought in his head. And it was easier to fall in front of a car. The SUV suddenly flipped 5 times. He wasn't drinking. What could have happened? You know, those statistics, they don't show in any book. But they were because of the minister on television who tells him he's no good. He says, love the sinner, but hate the sin. But that boy, the dead boy in front of the SUV, he was the sin. Now that sin's gone. And the sin of the minister's rotten mouth continues on our television. Or how about the military, who says gays are subhuman? They don't have rights. They shouldn't be in the military. No. We'll have this don't ask, don't tell. For me it should be, why talk to a cow? I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. What are they fighting for? Right now, well, this has become such an issue. I urge every single gay person in the military, you tell right now and get out. They're worried about an effect in their military. We'll give them a damn effect. We'll show them. You can't defend rights that you don't have. To do so is insanity. It's all of this. The ministers in the pulpit, the military, who says you're a liar. You have to be a liar. I guess the military likes liars. Damn them all. We should become more Christ-like and understand that maybe this thing we call religion is run by an evil power, and we should start following the words of that Christ. I don't know. I'm just an old man that's dying, but I wish you'd listen to my words. And help me find those journals and get some stuff off of a computer that doesn't work, or locate my stolen computer so I could remake the video that I think is very important today, if you'll excuse me.